Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azhari Akbar. I'm from TDIE. My registration number is 26. Today I'm gonna read the text about Bloom's theory. Okay, first, Benjamin Bloom worked as educational professor, a researcher, and editor, and examiner throughout his career. His main contribution to the area of educational involved mastery learning, his model of child development, and Bloom's theory, then Bloom's taxonomy, or level of critical thinking. He focused much of his time on the study of educational objectives and ultimately proposed that any text stimulate one of the three psychological domains is cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. The cognitive domains deals with the knowledge and understanding of the concept or ideas. The affective domain is concerned with the attitude and feelings that result from the learning process. Lastly, the psychomotor domain involves manipulative or physical skills. Benjamin Bloom worked for University of Chicago Board of Examination from 1944 into the 1960s. He did work at the different time for other places, but he always had an office at the University of Chicago. The board was responsible for administering competitive exams for students. At the first exam began to reflect a paradigm change in education. The exams began to focus on how students reason and solve the problem instead of just factual recall. The years that Bloom worked for the University of Chicago Board of Examination affect the way he perceived the purpose of education. The development of his educational taxonomy really began with his work for the Board of Examination in the 1956. Benjamin Bloom hit a group of psychologists at the University of Chicago who developed a hierarchy of intellectual behavior important to learning and mastering a concept. This becomes known as Bloom taxonomy, which is an integral part of educational objective today. Is his classification of educational objective, known as Bloom's taxonomy, incorporate cognitive, psychomotor, and affective domains of knowledge. Whilst working at University of Chicago in the 1956 and 60. In the 1950 and 16. He wrote two important books. The book is Stability and Change in Human Characteristics and Taxonomy of Educational Objective. Bloom's taxonomy provides structure in which to categorize test questions. This taxonomy helps the teacher pose questions in such a way to determine the level of understanding that a student process. For example, based upon the type of question and ask, a teacher can determine that a student is incompetent in content knowledge. Question asked, a teacher can determine that a student is competent in knowledge comprehension. application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. This taxonomy is organized in a hierarchical way to organize information basic factual to higher order thinking. This data table below is from the article written by William Hood titled Bloom's et al. Taxonomy of the Cognitive Domain. The table below describes the level of Bloom's taxonomy, beginning with the lowest level of the basic factual recall. Each level in the table is defined by give descriptive verb the word foster each level of learning and describe sample behavior of the level. Bloom's taxonomy helps teacher better people question that would foster basic knowledge recall all the way to questioning styles that foster synthesis and evaluation. By structuring the questioning format, teachers will be able to better understand what a child's weakness and strengths are and determine ways to help students thinking at the highest level. That's all for me. Sorry for the mistake. Thank you to watching my video, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.